Crimea speaks, and the world is listening. Good afternoon. This is Henry Keane on UATV English, breaking hard truth in easy terms for the whole free world directly from Ukraine. Today, Ukraine hosts the third summit of the International Crimean Platform. Crimea is an internationally recognized and integral part of Ukraine. There is no need to remind you, dear world, of that. Therefore, Ukraine has all the rights to restore and protect its territorial integrity in accordance with the UN Charter, right? That is exactly what I thought. So this Crimea Platform Summit, what is it? Its webpage puts it quite straightforward. The Crimea Platform is a new international consultation and coordination format initiated by Ukraine. The platform aims to increase the effectiveness of international response to the ongoing occupation of Crimea and mounting security threats, respond to growing security threats, increase international pressure on the Kremlin, prevent further human rights violations, and protect victims of the occupation regime and achieve the main goal, the occupation of Crimea and its peaceful return to Ukraine. Launched even before the full-scale invasion, the Crimean Platform aims to increase the effectiveness of the international response to Russia's temporary occupation of the Ukrainian peninsula. On August 23, 2021, the inaugural summit in Kiev officially launched the Crimea Platform. A joint declaration outlining the framework of international policy on Crimea was adopted at the summit. The Crimea Platform unites various thematic events and initiatives on Crimea under its umbrella and in the framework of international organizations, governmental and non-governmental forums. The platform functions on different levels. Heads of states and governments, ministers of foreign affairs, parliaments and interparliamentary assemblies, civil society and expert environment.
The understanding that it was necessary to create the Crimean platform was from the first day of the occupation. At that time, we met with powerful states, the USA, Canada, Great Britain. They relied on the support of Poland, the Baltic countries and Turkey. In 2021, the first Crimean platform took place. Unfortunately, its declaration was weak, but at the same time, we created the Crimean platform on parliamentary level. And at the forum in Croatia in 2022, the situation was already different. Theses were voiced about Russia's responsibility for aggression, Putin's responsibility as a criminal, complete rejection of proposal by Russia and its supporters to freeze the territory. Akhtem Chiygoz, deputy chairman of the Majlis of the Crimean Tatar people.
And as you probably have already noticed, the stability and security in the Black Sea Azov region is possible only if the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Ukraine is fully restored within its internationally recognized borders. It is really lovely to hear every now and then that idea that is somewhat even involuntarily voiced by Western media just as well, like Ukraine should not be shelling Russian military bases in Crimea. And when I ask my colleagues why exactly the hell is that, there is no answer, just fear. Well, we have no fear. We act with caution, of course, and according to the international law. Still, we act. Crimea is our land, you see, and we will claim it. And we will also claim justice on those who occupied it, as simple as that. Today, Ukraine is working on expanding the circle of participants of the International Crimean Platform, especially among the countries of the Global South. The new brave world is coming, dear world, and we all have a unique historical chance to make sure everyone has a place in it. The place the one deserved, all right. And please, let me break this hard truth in easy terms for you in my next theme. On August 23rd, the world celebrates the Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Totalitarian Regimes, timed to the date of when the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact has been signed in 1939. Cruel, inhumane regimes, which do not really bother to take into account any laws in general and international laws in particular, just have no place in the modern world. As the world has already learned, all right, the totalitarian and autocratic regimes that systematically violate human rights inside their own borders are more likely to launch aggressive wars outside against other states. Totalitarianism is a direct threat to international security, law, and order. As a result of the Second World War, Nazis were defeated. Today, the filthy, arrogant paradigm of Nazi ideology is banned and persecuted, and its historical legacy is globally condemned. Communism, and especially its worst manifestation, Stalinism, did not receive due evaluation as an anti-humane, murdering regime. The peoples of Eastern Europe, in particular the Ukrainians, were unfortunate to become victims of genocide by both human hatred regimes, Nazism and communism. The uncondemned, unpunished evil tends to return. Russia not only did not condemn the communist totalitarian legacy, right on contrary, it attempted to justify USSR's bloody inhumane deeds in every possible way, resulting in an attempt of reviving and reproducing it.
Мир немає.
Peace has no alternative. Every country that works with us within the framework of security guarantees for Ukraine, within the framework of the peace formula, sends exactly this signal to the aggressor state. There will be peace. Aggression loses. It is very important that every week Russia sees new international activity in support of Ukraine and normal life.
The world must do all that is necessary to be done to ensure the Ukrainian victory over this outdated Soviet-Russian version of fascism that reigns in Russia today, and the defeat of the Russian Federation in its criminal war of aggression against the world and Ukraine. And after victory, it is absolutely necessary to condemn the cult of Putin, to carry out the denazification, if you want, of minds in Russia, and to ensure they turn towards free and democratic Russia, meaning doing exactly what has been done to Germany after 1945. So just as Germans once did, in the flames of shame and remorse shall new Russia be reborn. I wonder, after I make my next mistake, will I be able to find enough courage to acknowledge it? Stein Jensen, the chief of staff of the NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg, recently told the Norwegian newspaper that he should not have spoken as simplistically as he did about that Ukraine could give up some territory to Russia in exchange of NATO membership and an end to the war. After his words prompted the angry reaction of official Kiev, Mr. Jensen apologized. And that is a remarkable example of two things. We all are humans and making mistakes, but we must be really smart and strong to acknowledge that and try to make it up. So I believe Mr. Jensen just did that, and the matter is closed. No Ukrainian land goes to occupiers. This is the will of no official politician or the high office chair-seater, but the Ukrainian nation that is spilling its blood in the trenches fighting for its freedom and its lands right now. And our politicians just voice our national will, doing exactly what we have elected them for.
It is clear that repeated fatal mistakes are the bane of human history. However, it is still necessary to realize that any compromise and any agreement, any deal with Russia is literally a direct investment in the next stages of the war. Any attempts at diplomatic appeasement of the serial aggressor are not only encouragement, but also co-financing of the mass murder of Ukrainians and legal impunity of the classic occupied and criminal. Mikhailo Podolyak, advisor to the head of the Office of the President of Ukraine, on Twitter.
According to the survey of the foundation Ilko Kucherev Democratic Initiatives Foundation, that was conducted in association with the Ukrainian Sociology Service Razumkov Center, a vast majority, that is 90.4% of Ukrainians, are categorically and unconditionally against any sort of ceding of any occupied territories to the enemy. Indeed, the full-scale war of aggression proved that Ukraine really is united from west to east, and from north to south. Ukrainians band together and help each other. Ukrainians are anonymous in their desire to expel the aggressor and restore territorial integrity. The Russian occupation is nothing but a crime, primarily against the people living in the occupied territories. The Russian rampant terror and genocide has no excuse, and it is clear that no appeasement will ever stop them. They will not stop until they are stopped and kicked out. So under no circumstances will Ukraine trade its lands and its people. Solely the liberation of the entire Ukrainian land will bring peace, security, stability, and prospects for recovery of these lands. And just by the way, might open the doors to a new, reborn Russia back to international society after Putinism is condemned as a venomous and predatory ideology, of course. It was Henry Keane on UATV English, hoping to give you the hard truth in easy enough terms in our daily wrap-up today. Again, comment, like, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters a lot to us. Stay safe and tune for more tomorrow. See you soon.